Hello students. In today's class we will continue the same chapter, class 8, unit 1, the boy who broke the bank. Yesterday in the class we had discussed question number 1 to 4. In today's class we will discuss question 5 to 7. Okay, after that one more video will be made in which I will be discussing all exercises of this chapter. Okay students, so without any delay let us begin the class. So these questions were discussed. Now question number 5. We will start from question number 5. So before starting the class, I would like to request to all the students to please take out your book, page number 6. Okay, take out your book, page number 6. So on page number 6, your fifth question is there. Here it is said there is a statement given that everyone seems to have gone mad. Paragraph number 22, that everyone seems to have gone mad. Now the first question according to that particular line is talking about that who said these words and why. Number B, according to you, what incidents in the story reflected the madness of the town at its peak? So question 1 is see, who said these words and why. So a clerk at the bank, said the line, which had supposedly gone bankrupt, which means bankrupt, that is what, insolvent. Okay, so these words over the phone to a relative. So this line was said by a clerk. Okay, he said these lines over telephone to a relative. Now that answer is clear. Who said? So a clerk. To whom he said over a phone to a relative. Okay, so the relative, after that, the relative had called him to get fact about the bank's collapse. The relative had called him to get facts all about the bank's collapse, and then the clerk said these words. Why? Because he did not know anything about the alleged bankruptcy. Alleged bankruptcy, you can say that declared bankruptcy of the bank. Okay, so he could not even understand why half the town was at the bank and tried to take their money out. So that was all the reason behind the words told by the clerk. Clear? Now we'll have the next question. Question 2. Now question B is that according to you, what incidents in the story reflected the madness of the town? So we'll say here. Okay. So the incident of the entire town gathered at the bank and the incidents of the entire town gather at the bank and demanding their money. Okay, so all the people, they gathered, the person, the incident that was all had happened around the bank. So all they went to the bank and they were demanding for their money. They're threatening to break in reflects the madness of the town at its peak. That was the town, the madness of the people was at peak on that particular time. You know that mischief makers who had no investment in the bank, they also joined the group. So now that group, the crowd was on its peak on that particular time. Okay, so when the manager tried to pacify them by declaring that the bank had plenty of money, nobody seemed to believe him. A few stones were hurled at the manager, went inside, closing the iron grill gate, and as a sequence of bricks smashed into the plate glass window which advertised the bank assets. And this frenzied mob means, you know, that the mob that was somewhere going mad was ultimately depressed off by the timely police action. So that was question number 5b. Now question 6. Okay, let me take my pencil. Question 6 is you can please read the question in your book given on page number 6. Yeah. So here question 6 is question number 6 is you can see now that read paras 24 to 30 again and answer this question. What is the first question? Do you think the town residents show any concern for the workers like Nathu, the sweeper boy? How do you say so? So we will say here that according to you, what is the concern of the bank in question? They are asking. So we'll see. No, we cannot say. The first answer is no. The town residents did not show any concern for the workers while the entire town protested against the bank going insolvent. Everyone forgot about Nathu, whose delayed pay had led to the speculation in the first place. On being probed, probed is what? Probed, you can say that in probed, the person who was being probed means examined. So on being probed means examined. Okay, that is what examined. So on being probed, on being probed, the clerk admitted that they had their salaries and it was a few of the part-time workers who were getting paid late. Clear? That was answer A. In answer 2, I am reading from the book. You can see that answer 2 it's talking about answer number B of 6. Why do you think who do you think will be more affected by the collapse of the bank? Businessmen like Seth Govind or the workers like Rathu? So part time. Question is asking who was affecting more. Part time. Let me show the question once to you. In question, it is talking about that. Oh, just wait. Okay. Talking that who do you think will be more effective by the collapse of the bank? That businessman like said Govindram or the workers like Nathu? So this answer you have to give. Let us see what is given there. Alright. So in this question, the part-time workers like Nathuram will get more affected by the collapse of the bank than its rich owner said Govindram. So it's very clear that who was more affected. That was the workers like Nathuram. If the bank did shut down eventually, workers like Nathuram possibly never get their dues and a salary. So it is very clear that he was only affected badly. Now question 7. We'll see question 7. In your opinion, who was truly responsible for breaking the bank? Was it Nathu, Sitaram, the bank clerk, said Govind, or the town? Give reason for your answer. So according to you, who is truly responsible for breaking the bank? That was Nathu, Sitaram, or said Govindram. So that was the question. We'll see the answer now. So that answer can be vary according to you. You can write your answer according to me. I can think that that should be the answer of this question. So it was Nathu. According to me, it was Nathu who was responsible for breaking the bank. Okay, Nathu was responsible for breaking the bank as Nathu had to Sitaram, the washerman's son, about the irregular payment of his salary, and in his idle conversation with Mrs. Prakash, Sitaram mentioned that the bank could not pay its employees. See the things what had been happened here. So Mrs. Prakash informed her friend Mrs. Bhushan, who immediately concluded concluded that the bank had gone insolvent without thinking anything that what could be the exact reason he had concluded his ideas that the bank had collapsed. From Mrs. Bhushan, the rumor spread across the town like wildfire, and that was actually the reason behind the bankruptcy of the bank. So, student, that was so all over the question answer of this chapter. I hope that question 1 to 7 is question 1 to 7 are completely understood by you all. You can please note down these questions in your copy. In the next class, we will be talking on exercises of the chapter. That will be the last part of this lesson. So till that time, thank you so much and have a nice day.